जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Today is Sunday. It is 7th of June. It is Adhika Masa or Purushottama Masa and Krishna Paksha, Saptami Tithi. So the quote of the day for today is the treasure of Sadhu Sangha. Association with sincere devotees is one of the greatest blessings in spiritual life. The month is ideal for attending satsang and hearing from advanced Vaishnava. Through Sadhu Sangha, devotion awakens naturally. These are the quotes of the day. Okay, so for now, we shall move into our daily Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. The Srimad Bhagavatam. So Maitreya Muni is speaking to Vidura about the kind how Diti Mata was approaching Kashyap Prajapati to get a children. Okay, that is the pastime of how the Hiranyaksha has appeared in this material world. It is describing Diti, she approached Kashyap Prajapati, saying that Yesha Mam Tvatkrute Vidvan Kamata Sarasanaha. दुनोति दीनां विक्रम्य रंभामिव मतंगजः येष मां त्वत्कृते विद्वान वो learned person वो my dear husband Kashyapa Prajapati. So I am now this perturbed by um, this Cupid and with desires to beget a children. And then it is like mad elephant. I'm being tortured. Mad elephant is um, it is going to the banana plants and it will destroy in such a way the cupid is disturbing my mind. Do not deenam vikramya. So you need to show some mercy on me. So to beget a children, so fulfill my desire. Likewise, Diti approached in the evening time. So like further, whatever Diti Mata is speaking, Maitreya Muni is speaking to Vidura. So she says that further, oh, my dear husband. So here Kashyap Prajapati is still in the transcendence. He is in the meditation. And then she started speaking loudly. So I am now like a burning my mind is like a burning because all my co-wives they are with prosperity having so many children. Likewise, she is mentioning herself. I could not tolerate myself. So please mercy by showing mercy on me so that I will beget a children as well. So this is the desire came from the jealousiness. Desire came from the jealousiness from her co-wives. They are all having so many children like Aditi Mata and other wives, co-wives. So that is the desire she is mentioning. Um, Likewise, Maitreya Muni is saying we are in the Srimad Bhagavatam, third canto, chapter 14, verse number 11. तद्भवान् दह्यमानायां सपत्नीनां समृद्धिभिः प्रजावतीनं भद्रं ते मयु अयुं Mai ayuntam anugraham. Mayanuktam anugraham. So, oh my dear husband, so tad bhavan dahimanayam, I am being distressed. So tad bhavan anugraham. So starting with the tad bhavan. Therefore, my dear husband, you do favor this to me. For what? Because I am dahimana, I am being distressed. Being distressed. And why she is mentioning sapatninam samruddhibihi and sapatninam of the co-wives. So Kashyap Prajapati has got so many wives. They're all daughters of Prasuti Mata. Prasuti is the daughter of Swayambhu Manu and Satyarupa. So they're married to Kashyap Prajapati. Kashyap Prajapati, he has begotten many children in the Aditi Mata. Now Diti Mata is also saying that I am being distressed because my co-wives, they're having Samruddhi, they're uh, prospering with so many children. Samruddhi Prajavati Nam, of those who have children. And Bhadrante, all prosperity. With all auspiciousness. Uh, so they are very happy. In such a way, she is now distressed. Diti Mata Dahimaya. Dahimanaya. I am being distressed because she does not have children yet. So for that purpose, Mai Ayungtam. So do unto me in all respects, Anugraham, this favor. Yeah, likewise, Diti Mata is speaking to her husband, Kashyap Prajapati. Tad bhavan dahimanayam sapatninam samruddhibihi prajavatinaam badhramte mayu ayuntam anugraham. Okay, translation. So therefore you should be kind towards me by showing me complete mercy. I desire to have sons, and I am much distressed by seeing the opulence of my co-wives. By performing this act, you will become happy. Purport by Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Can I request Rajalakshmi Mataji to read the purport, please?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranama. In Bhagavad Gita, sexual intercourse for begetting the children is accepted as righteousness. A person sexually inclined for the simple sense gratification, however, is unrighteous. In Diti's appeal to her husband for sex, it was not exactly she was affected by the sex desires, but she desired sons. Since she had no sons, she felt poorer than her co-wives. Therefore, Kashyapa was supposed to satisfy his bona fide wife. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranama.
Hare Krishna, thank you, Mataji. So here in our scriptures, it says like unless you deliver a son, you do not become a father, you do not become a mother, you do not become a demigod or guru. It's likewise, Rishabhadev, he says to his children, Guru na sasyad, svajano na sasyad, pita na sasyad, janani na sasyad, janani. You cannot become your mother or father, guru or swajana, even a relative also. Swajano na sasyad, daivam na sasyad, napatihi, even you cannot become your husband as well. Napatisya sasyam, na mochayedyaha samapeta mrutyum. Na mochayedyah samupeta mrityam. If one cannot protect his relative or dependent, either it may be a son, it may be a wife, it may be a disciple. So anyone, but you cannot become all of these when you are not able to help other person. Na mochayedyah samupetya mrityam. This is mrityam, samupetya mrityam. One who is in the path of old age, disease, death, this repeated birth and death. You cannot become a mother. You can. So here in this context, Diti Mata wanted to have children, but her desire was like a afflicted with jealousness. Dahmanayam. She's mentioning, I'm being distressed by looking at my wife. But here, desiring to have children is good. Desiring to have children, that is good. that is bona fide. And having through her husband, that is bona fide. So here it is righteous. So dharma viruddho kamosmi, Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, I represent the sex which represents dharma aviruddho, which is not against the Vedic injunctions. In order to beget a child, this garbhadana samskara, one has to first of all purify themselves through austerities. That austerities it happens like a 1 year of austerities or couple of months. Likewise, they keep on chanting 64 rounds a day, both husband and wife, and desiring to have a child, following these austerities, and then worshipping Vishnu, only the Lord, Krishna or Vishnu, to beget a child. Then the children will become with the devotees of the Lord. This is the kamosmi, dharma viruddho kamosmi, that is righteous. And a person sexually inclined for simple sense gratification, however, is unrighteous. This is again sense gratification. Sense gratification means it will bring him, it will never ever be satiated. One would keep on just going on. Prabhupada gives a Delhi ka laddu. Delhi ka laddu is a person, he is hankering to have that laddu. A person who has not eaten, he is trying to hanker to eat that laddu because everyone are doing. And then after a person who has eaten, he is also further hankering. So both are in distress. Both people are in distress. They are hankering because that will never ever be satiated. But here, if whoever can control those desires for sense gratification purposes, then such kind of person is eligible to progress in the spiritual life. They are Krupanaha Palaketavaha. One is Brahmana, another one is Krupana. They are opposite words. Brahmana means who has the self-control and then progress in the spiritual, completely engaging in the service of the Lord. In Diti's appeal to her husband for sex, it was not exactly that she was afflicted by sex desires, but she desired sons. That is the main purpose. She wanted to have children. Her wives are sapatni nam samruddhibihi. Her co-wives, they are all prospering with so many children. Prajapati nam badramte. Sampatninam samvruddhibihi prajapatinam bhadramte. Again, putra sunyam, gruham sunyam. So, Chanakya Pandita says, if there are no sons, then that house will become empty on one day. So here, that is, the prosperity comes with so many of children. In the but who is only absorbed in only the children? So Prabhupada used to say, Yasyatma buddhi kunapetri dhatuke swadihi kalatradishu bhavma ijjadihi. A person who is completely absorbed, Yasyatma buddhi kunapetri dhatuke. Kunape is like a corpse-like body, kunapetri dhatuke, which is made up of three basic elements. These are kapha, pitta, vayu, tridhatuke. Swadihi Kalatradeshu, and who thinks Swadihi Kalatradeshu, wife and children, all these things. Bhaumajjatihi, this is my land, this is my home. Bhaumajjatihi, in such a way he is always thinking like that. And if he goes to the temples, Yatidda Buddhihi Salile Nakarhechet. Yet he goes to the so many pilgrimage places. Yatidda Buddhihi Salile to take the bath there. But he does not meet the devotees of the Lord and discuss the transcendental topics. Na karhe chet. Such kind of people, Janeshu, Abhijneshu, Saeva Go Karaha. They are just compared like a go is the cow, Karaha is the donkey. Go Karaha. So here, but one should beget a child in order to give an opportunity for him to liberate. It is also a service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In our tradition, in the Guru Parampara, Sanatana Dharma, You can beget hundreds of children if you are able to deliver them from the repeated birth, old age, disease, and death, that life cycle, repeated birth and death. You can beget millions of children. That is the main purpose. Because there are so many conditioned souls are suffering. We need to give the opportunity for them. So this is, but if one is simply having sex with the partner, then for sense gratification, only cats and dogs will be taken birth. They do not hear the parents. So many other conceptions come. So here, Prabhupada is explaining that she was afflicted by sex disease, but she desired sons. The desire is good, but her context was not right. Since she had no sons, she felt poorer than her co-wives. She felt sometimes women they do not have children, and looking at other people, they feel so much of jealous. That jealousness is afflicting their mind. Okay, so since she had no, she felt poorer than her co-wives, and therefore Kashyapa was supposed to satisfy his bona fide wife. Okay, again, it is the duty of a husband to fulfill the desires of wife. This is bona fide wife, not for sense gratification. In our shastras, if we see, most of the times, if there is some kind of women are approaching the husband, it is only for to beget the child, not for sense gratifications. Okay, that is from this purport. So here, Aditi Mata is presenting her desire in front of her husband. Tadbhavan dahimanayam sapatninam samruddhibihi praja prajavatinam badhramte mai ayuntam anugraham. Mai ayuntam anugraham. Ayuntam anugraham. Okay, can I request the devotees to repeat line by line? Tadbhavan dahyamanaayam
Tadavandashavayayam
Manyam
sapatinam samruddhibihi
Sapatninam samruddhihi
Prajavatinam badhramte
Prajapatinam badram te
Mayayuntam anugraham.
Maya
Mayayuntam
anugraham.
Again. Tadbhavan dahyamanayam
Tadbhavan dahimanvayam
sapatninam samruddhibihi
Sapatninam samruddhinihi
Samruddhihi
Prajavatinam badhramte
Prajapatinam
Prajapatinam
badram
Badram
te
Mayayuntam anugraham.
Mayayuntam
Ayuntam
Anugraham
anugraham
Once more. Tadbhavan dahyamanayam
Tadbhavan
Tadbhavandahyamanaayam
dahiyanayam
sapatninam samruddhibihi
Sapatinam
Sapatninam
Sapatninam
Samruddhibihi
Samruddhihi
Prajavatinam badhrante
Prajapatinam
Prajapatinam
Badram
badram
Prajavatinam
te
Bhadrante
Mayayuntam anugraham.
Maya
Mayayuntam
yung
Anugraham
manugraham
Very beautiful. Okay, just to so here Dahimanayam Sapatninam Samruddhibihi Prajavatinam Bhadramte Maya Yungtam. It will come very nicely. Maya Yungtam Anugraham. Okay, can I request all devotees take a turn to recite, please? Jai Mataji, would you go first, please?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Hare Krishna everyone, please accept my humble obeisance. तद्भवान् दह्यमानायां सपत्नीनां समृद्धिभिः प्रजावतीनां भद्रं ते मय्यायुङ्क्ताम् अनुग्रहम्. I think so.
Very good. Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Jahnakanya Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna to everybody. Tadbhavan dahiyamanayam sapratu sapatninam samruddhivihi prajavatinam bhadram ti maya yunktam anugraham.
Very beautiful. Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Sita Sundari Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam. Tadbhavam dahyamanyam shapatinam samriddhabhihi prajapatinam bhadram te maya ayuktam anugraham. Sorry, Prabhuji.
Very beautiful. Very nice. Ramlala Prabhu, please.
No, sorry, Prabhu, he is not comfortable now.
Yeah, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Lalita Devi Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All the rest to Srila Prabhu. Tatpavan dahyamānāyam sapatnīnam samriddhivihi prajavatīnam bhadrantē maya yuktānam anugraham. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Very beautiful. Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Rajalakshmi Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranama. Tadbhavan dahyamānāyam sapatīnim samriddhivihi prajavatīnam bhadram te maya yuktam anugraham. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Very beautiful. Meena Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna. Tadbhavanadayyamānāyām sapatnīnām samudribhi prajavatīnā bhadram te maya yukta anugraham.
Very nice. Okay. Thank you, Mataji. Usha Mataji, please.
Yes, Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Tattvavandahyamānāyam sapatnīnam samriddhiभिः prajavatīnam bhadram te maya yuktam anugraham. Hare Krishna.
Very nice. So beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. It is that Bhavan Dahyamānāyam Sapatnīnam Samruddhibihi Prajavatīnam Bhadram Te Mayāyum Tam Anugraham. Very beautiful. Very nice. Anyone want to go again?
Yes, Prabhuji, may I do that again?
Yes, Mataji.
Tadbhavan dahyamānāyam sapatnīnām samruddhibihi prajavatīnām bhadram te maya yunktam anugraham. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Very good. Very nice. It gives so much of satisfaction when we are reciting every word, Sanskrit words. It is all auspicious. Again, they have got such potency. Anyone else want to go?
I'll have a go, Prabhu.
May I, Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji.
Tattvavandahyamānāyam sapatnīnam samriddhiभिः prajavatīnam bhadram te maya yuktam anugraham.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Anyone else want to go?
Shall I try,
Prabhu?
Prabhuji? Sorry, Prabhuji. Oh, sorry, Mataji.
Carry on, carry on.
Definitely, Mataji. You go
Okay, all right. Tadbhavan dahyam sapatninam samriddhivihi prajavatnam badramte Prajavatinam badrante maya yungtam anugraham.
Very beautiful. Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Lalita Mataji.
Hare Krishna Guruji. Tatpavan dahyamanayam sapatninam samruddhivihi Prajavatinam badrante maya yuktam anugraham. Hare Krishna Guruji.
So beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, anyone else?
Hare Krishna. तद्भवानं दह्यमानायं सम्पत्नीनां समुद्रिभिः प्रजावतीनां भद्रं ते मया युक्त अनुग्रहम्.
Very nice. Sundari Mataji.
Yes, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Tadbhamandahyamanayam shapotinam smriddhabihi Prajapatinam bhadram te maya uktam anugraham.
Very beautiful. Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Anyone else? Rajalakshmi Mataji. You talk again.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, sure Prabhu. Tadbhavan dahyamanaya sorry Prabhu. Tadbhavan dahyamanayam sapatinam samradbihi prajavatinam bhadram te mayanuktanam anugraham. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Nice. Thank you, Mataji. Would you like to read the translation, Mataji?
Sure Prabhu. Therefore, you should be kind towards me by showing me complete mercy. I desire to have the sons, and I am much distressed by seeing the opulence of my co-wives. By performing this act, you will become happy.
Okay, Mataji. Okay, that is from Srimad Bhagavatam ki
Thank
jai.
you, Prabhu.
Okay, we shall move to Purushottama Yoga. Yeah, for the recitation.
Wait a minute. Okay.
Okay, so today, Jafna Kanya Mataji is going to recite this Purushottama Yoga. Hare Krishna Mataji. When
Yes, I am. Yeah, trying. Hare Krishna. Is the font. I'm just trying to do my own. Thank you. I'm getting it up now. Haribo. Right. Srimad Bhagavad Gita. I'm going to do Om Namo Bhagavate first, yeah? I can do it later on. This is Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 15, Purushottama Yoga, Yoga of the Supreme Spirit, the Yoga of the Supreme Person. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha. Ata Panchadasodhayaha Purushottama Yogaha. Sri Bhagawanuvacha Udvamulam Adhasakam Ashvatham Prahuravyayam. Is there a different tune, Prabhu, I could take? Is that okay? Or
That is good, Mataji, what you are doing it.
okay. Udva Mulam Adha Shakam Ashvatham Prahur Avyayam Chandam Siyasya Parnani Yastam Veda Saveda Ved Adashchodham Adashchodham Prashritastasya Shaka Guna Pravridha Vishaya Pravalaha Adastamulanyana Anushantatani Karma Nubandhini Manushya Narupamasye hatato palabhyate nanto nachadir nacha sampratishta ashvattamevam suvirudhamulam ashanga shastre nadridhena chitva tatha padam tad parimargitavyam yasmin gatana nivartanti bhuyaha tameva chadyam purusham prapadye yata pravrittihi prashrita purani nirmana moha jita sanga dosha Adhyatma nitya nivrita kamaha dvandvai vimukta sukadukha samjnair gachantyam mudha padamavyayam tat natad vasyate suryo. There's a change here, isn't there? Natad vasayate suryo Nasan Shashanko na pavakaha Tadgadvana nivartante Tadhama paramam mama Mamayvamsho jivaloke Jiva bhuta sanatanaha Manah shastha nindriyani Prakriti nikurshati Sharirayad abapnoti yachapyatut kiramatish yachapyut kiramatishvaraha grit vaitani samyati vayurgandhani vashayat Arutram chakshu spars samnam cha rasanam granam evacha adishtaya manaschayam vasayan sevate utkramatam shritam vapi bhunjanam vagunanvitam vimudha manupasyanti Pasyanti jnana chakshusaha yatanto yoginaschainam pasyantyatmani asvastitam yatanto apya kritatmano nainam pasyanti ashitasaha yadadityagatam tejo jagat Vasayati Akilam Yakchandramasi Yakchagno Tatejo Vidin Mamakam Gam Avishya Chabutani Darayamiyam Ojasa Pushnami Chausadi Sarvaha Somo Bhutvas Rasatmakaha aham vaishvanaro bhutva paninam deham ashritaha pranapana samayuktaha pachyamyanan pachmyanam chaturvidam Sarvasya choham hridi sanis vishto mata smrtir jnanam apohanam cha vidyaischa sarvir aham eva vidyo vedanta kridveda vid eva chaham Dvavimau purushau loke Sharaschakshara evacha Shara sarvani bhutani Kutasto ashara uchyate Uttama purushasthya twan Yaha paramatmeti udharitaha yolokotrayam ivasya bihar tvav yaya ishvara yasmat sharam atitoham aksharad api chotamaha atosmi loke vedacha prahtita prahtita Purushotamaha Yomam Eva Asamudhan Janati Purushotamam Sasarva Vidbhajati Mam Sarva Bhavena Bharata Iti Guhyatama Sastram Idam Uktam Mayanagha Etad Budva Buddhimam syat krita krityas cha bharata. Om Tat Sat iti Srimad Bhagavad Gita su Upanishadsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastri Sri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Purushottama Yoga Nama Panchadashodhayaha Harihi Om Harihi Om Sri Guru Bhyo Namaha Harihi Om Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. So beautiful recited. Very nice. Okay, so this divine recitation of Purushottam mantra. Couple of more days to go. Okay, one more week. Okay, so that is recitation. We'll be back to Srila Prabhupada's letter. So today letter to Satsvarupa, May 26th, 1971, Calcutta. Can I request Jai Mataji to read this letter, please?
Hare Krishna. My dear Satsvarupa, please accept my blessings. I'm in due receipt of your letters dated 1st and 7th May 1971, respectively, and have noted the contents carefully. So far as Back to Godhead is concerned, the answers to your questions are as follows. Recipes are all right if you think that there is such a public demand, but just recipes, no pictures. Yes, parts of my letters may be reprinted as a second article by me. No drawing should appear in the magazine. Yes, a question and answer article is very nice, and letters from interested persons may also be published. On other matters, you can use your own discretion. As of yet, I have not received the check for $50 for 10 Tulasi beads. Yes, if you feel that she is qualified, the girl Carol may receive Gayatri initiation also, so that she can take up Pujari business full time. So far as alleviating financial difficulty by dispersing spiritual sky, incense profits, whatever the GBC members think is proper is all right by me. Your specific task is to regularly compile BTG and arrange editorials, etc. These are your business. On the whole, the report submitted by you for the Southern USA centers appears very favorable. Encourage them more and more. It is encouraging to note that the court case was won in New Orleans. Requirements for Jagannath worship is that 4 qualified Brahmins must be on hand to tend to Lord Jagannath's needs. Unless there are sufficient men and Brahmins, how can such worship go on? Regarding the proposed book, Method of Worship, I have not had the time to prepare it here. So when I return to USA and again begin to write my books, my first business will be this. Enclosed, please find some poetry by some of the devotees here. If you think that they are suitable for publication, then you may do so. Please offer my blessings to the others, hoping this will meet you in good health. Your ever well-wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Jai. Thank you, Mataji. Any takeaway points, Mataji? Reflections on this letter?
Yes, Prabhuji. I think firstly he's talking about Back to Godhead magazine, that planning, there needs to be a lot of planning, especially for the editors. They need to make sure that everything is done right. So here is, I think Prabhuji must have asked him whether he can print the recipes, and Prabhupada is saying yes, recipes if they are okay, but no pictures. So there's a lot of guidance from Prabhupada what they should be putting in Back to Godhead magazine. And he said letters, parts of the letters may be done as well, because we can see as well in lots of letters we are learning so much from Prabhupada just through the letters. So I think that's quite important as well. He feels that maybe part of the letters may be reprinted. He doesn't feel that drawings are important, so he feels they don't need to appear in the magazine. Though I think now we see a lot of pictures in the new editions. We see that. Then also the question and answer article is very nice, because some devotees, some members may want questions, may have questions. So he said that bit is also important to go into the magazine, because it will apply to many other devotees as well who may have similar sort of questions as well, and they will get the answers. So he said that's good as well. And then letters from interested persons may also be nice. So some testimonials or something. So those letters may also be nice to print. So there's a lot of guidance. He's also asking that, the Tulsi beads, he wants obviously a donation for the Tulsi beads, because he sends them through the post. So just to cover for all that, there has to be some donation to be made. And the girl who wants the Gayatri initiation, because I think also that to do Pujari service, they need to be initiated twice. So he's saying that if Prabhuji he feels that she's qualified, then she can be initiated. She can be Gayatri initiated, Brahman initiated. Then I think he's talking about the spiritual sky incense profits, maybe because I think to help, there were some financial difficulties elsewhere, then it will help if the money from the incense profits can be diverted to clear some debt. So I think he's saying that if GBC members feel it's appropriate to use those profits, then he's fine by that. But he's saying that your main task is to focus on just being focusing on the editorials, because that's quite a huge job, that takes a lot of time, planning and compiling all these articles. So he's saying that that's your main job, just focus on that. And then he's very happy with some of the reports he has received from southern USA. He's very happy with that. And then the court case was one in New Orleans. I think this was a court case that happened in New Orleans. I think the court case was mostly about, I think people were opposing about the street, the Sankirtan, the street, the chanting and distribution of books and then collecting donations. That court case happened, but the judge ruled in favor of the devotees, saying that they had a right to propagate their own religion. So they won this case, and it was good for ISKCON as well, because it means that because the street Sankirtan is going on throughout all the centers, through all the cities and towns. So if they have won this case, then that would help other towns as well to do more, because they were also distributing prasadam as well. And I think the judge realized that it wasn't just all about, going on the streets and chanting. It was also about distributing food as well. So prasadam was very important there. Then there was requirements for Jagannath worship. He's saying that 4 qualified Brahmins must be on hand. So we see Prabhuji also, I'm not too sure about this, but my understanding of this is that Prabhuji shows every morning the Jagannath Yatra, where the temple where there are at least 3 priests tending to Jagannath, Balaram, and Subhadra. So he's saying that we need more Brahmins to do that, because there's a lot of care that goes when we do any sort of worship, especially the Jagannath worship. Throughout the day, you have to change clothing, serve food, prasadam, do artis throughout. So we need more Brahmins. So if there are not enough Brahmins, then that's such a worship may not happen then. So it's not possible. So we need more Brahmins in order for someone to do Jagannath worship. But again, someone needs to come on that and help me out there. And then he's saying that the method of worship book, he will make it a priority when he comes to USA, and he will focus on that. And I've seen that as well. I think it's this book in the temple, in the deities for the pujaris. There is a big, sorry, there is a noise in the background. There is a volume, a very large, a comprehensive volume of how to do all the deity worship and all the prayers and everything. So it's quite comprehensive, and I feel that this is what he's talking about. So every temple has this, and the pujaris follow that. Because there are so many pujaris and they are to be trained as well. So they follow that guidance. I think I'll stop there. If somebody can continue, please. Sorry, there's background noise. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay, very nicely summarized. Okay, any other comments, dear devotees? You wanted to add to more?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dhanvat Pranamam.
Then
Yeah, it clearly shows, okay, the hurdles and also the issues Prabhupada has been faced during the initial days of the Sankirtan movement. We are so blessed to be part of this wonderful divine drive. Without any hassle, now we can go and do everything. But some people will not realize this till around this time, but still suffering in this various material desires and all. But if really they are coming to the divine drive, balancing the material things and also staying as a detached. So I think it would be very good, because people should not think like, okay, if I'm coming to Krishna consciousness, okay, I would be going to Himalayas or forest or anything. If we are doing like that, we can't do anything because we have to associate with non-devotees with our positive vibes. We have to also influence or impact them to come to our path. Otherwise, we because otherwise that is the Prabhupada's main initiative also, right? Because all alone he traveled at the age of 65 or 70, and he just went on his own. So I think sometimes we think, okay, so if I'm going with the association of the non-devotees, will it be impacted? No, as long as you are doing your malas and doing all your things, you will not be impacted. You have to have that strong faith in you, and you have to do the mala 16 or whatever you can, and your positive aura should impact others. So we should not be feeling, okay, can I go to this event or that event? Yeah, we have to go to every event, and we have to be in good books, everybody, and we have to uh, spread this good thing because we are doing this for the benefit of everybody. There is no selfish desire here because we are just tangled into a birth and death cycle, and we found a way how we can be out of it. So we are only trying to help others. But at the same time, when we are dealing with the community events and everything, yes, we have to know how to deal with the people and how we have to be talking and how we have to be interacting with everyone. So, because when we are doing in the Sangha is one thing, but when we are outside, each and every word counts. So, we are doing for the benefit of everybody. It is not like me and you are only my Prabhu or my son or whatever. We are doing for the community, and we have to ensure whatever we are talking and whatever we are doing should not create unnecessary conflict of anything, and we have to be very careful each and every word. So that is how we can attract others, because if you are creating a competition, we can't attract others. We have to include everybody, and we have to respect everyone, and we have to do everything as a selfless desire to welcome all others into this beautiful path of Krishna consciousness. Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Very beautifully reflected, Mataji. Yes, the devotees of the Lord. They're the most compassionate souls. Tan soche sochano vidhono soche harehe katayami mukana ghena shinotu devo animushustu yesham ayurvadavada gati smritinam. People ayurvadavada gati smritinam. They forget about the Lord and they waste all of their life. But devotees of the Lord, they're compassionate. Tan sochya, he is worried about those people with the conditioned souls. And somewhere or other, कृष्णस्य दैवाद् विमुखस्य दैवाद् अधर्मशीलस्य सुदुःखितस्य अधर्मशीलस्य they are enjoying in sense gratification, but sudukkhitasya they are suffering in the birth, old disease and death. Anugraheha charanti nonam bhutani bhavyani jhanasya. In order to show mercy onto those conditioned souls who are in that, but they do not know it is a cycle of birth and death. The devotees of the Lord, Anugrahaye Hacharinti Nonam, in order to show mercy on those people, because they cannot understand. They're in that loop, birth and death. So, in order to show mercy on them, Charanti Nonam, they wander around the world. Charanti Nonam, Bhutani Bhavyani Janardhanasya, to show mercy, to bring them back to lotus feet of Krishna. That is mercy. So, Srila Prabhupada has wandered around the world 14 times, and his disciples are doing now, and it goes. It happens only. There are so many brahmanas, so many people have got so many duties. Some people have got social welfare, some people have got brahmanas and helping the society. But to become a guru, one must be Vaishnava. Shatkarmo nipuno mantra tantra vishadanaha. Avaishnavad guru nasyat. He cannot become a guru if he is not a Vaishnava. Only Vaishnavas can become gurus and leaders, not anyone else. Even uh, Swapacho Vaishnava Guruhu, even the Chandala, he can become a guru if he is a Vaishnava. He becomes a Vaishnava, he can become a guru. But Brahmana, even though he is perfect in all the Shat Karmano Nipuno, Mantra Tantra Visharadaha, But if he is not a Vaishnava, he cannot become a guru. That we practically see sometimes. Many of non-Vaishnava Brahmanas are coming and home and doing so many pujas, and then they will go. But leaders, they're all Vaishnavas. So they wander around the world and give the message of Krishna to everyone. Krishna, he says, they are very dear to me. Whoever is distributing this Bhagavad Gita knowledge about Krishna's knowledge. Yeah, and there's some people, they will go to the secluded place, but and they perform meditation, absorb in the beautiful form of the Lord, go back to Godhead. But it is only one person. But those devotees are in the community and helping somewhere or other by using all the intelligence, pranaihi, addaihi, diya, vacha, shreya acharanam sada. Those are etavar janman lokesmin dehinam iha dehishu. Krishna says, those souls who are in this human society and using their prana, hi, addaihi, diya, vacha, prana, money, intelligence, and their words, everything, this is Shreya Acharanam, so the all auspiciousness. That is like it happens only through Vaishnavas, Krishna conscious devotees. They are spreading the Prabhupada's movement. It is not ordinary, it is a divine, straight away coming from Golokere Premedhana Harinama Sankirtana. We have got that one, that wealth. Thank you so much, Radhalakshmi Mataji, so beautifully summarized.
Thank you, Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dhanavad Pranamam Prabhu. Because yesterday I felt like that because after our event, so I thought, okay, let us share. Because sometimes we do get scared, okay, do I need to go with those people or anything? As long we are doing our chanting and following, as you say, our ABCD of all our regulative principles, nothing we have to worry about it. And we should be standing like a role models and examples, okay? Okay, this Mataji does this and this Mataji do this, and she is also equally balancing, helping others also to be on the right path. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So that's why his Bhakti Yogi is the top one. Yoginam Sarvesha Madgate Nantaratmana Shraddhavan Bhakti Yomam Sameyukta Tamomataha. That yogi is topmost. Krishna's opinion is that. Okay, any other comments, devotees?
Hare Krishna. I think this class we talked about serving the junior devotee, the highest mercy you could give. Is that right?
Yes, Mataji. Anukrosham Gunadhama.
Yeah. And I think we tend to forget that when we're in our associations, because inclusivity is so important. When a visitor come to your home, you should, no matter what a status they are in, you treat them like God's come to your home, really. And you think about Sudama. He didn't have to have opulence to go and see his friend Krishna, and Krishna appreciated it so much. He treated him like a god. And then he also went back and got the benefit because he appreciated his friend. He really opened his heart sincerely to him. So this is something we should think of. Inclusivity is so important. And I know there is a verse in the Shastras that says not to associate with the non-devotees. Well, I always have a reservation on that because I think non-devotees become devotees if you include, well, you give them the chance by preaching to them and telling them where they could find happiness and things like that. So yeah, I think this letter is telling Prabhupada it's actually depicting how important it is to empower people as well. He empowered his devotees and they perform their acts. He's never there all the time. So he just a letter did so much changes and people took responsibility because he gave them responsibility. and made them feel good that they can do. And this is the problem, we tend to think they can't do it. I'm the only one with a gift. Okay, there's a difference between Brahmana and the layman and the junior devotee. But yeah, we must remember that they are human beings, and if they're coming, they're eager to learn. So yeah, I think this letter says it all about Prabhupada. He giving responsibility, and he explains everything. He says, this is why you have to do this. This is why you have, and it needs some standby Brahmana, because it's not only Lord Jagannath, it's his brother and his sister there. So they have to attend to three personalities. So it's a big responsibility, but he's pointing out the importance of having it done in a proper way. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Very beautiful points, Mataji. Yes, association. When the association is whether it is giving association or taking association. That is also we need to be very alert. We should not take association of non-devotees. We have to give association and then speak about Krishna Katha.
Yeah, Haribol. Very nice put. Thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah. महतां बहुमानेन दीनानाम् अनुकम्पया मैत्र्या च एवात्मतुल्येषु यमेन नियमेन च yama and niyama. So one has to follow rules and regulations and then respect the senior devotees and show compassionate on the neophyte devotees, make friendship with the like-minded devotees. In such a way, natapaihi abhibhuyate, there would not be any miseries later on and no discriminations. He would, but whenever in this similar way, progressing, gradually elevated himself to the transcendental platform, then he would see all living entities with Jhavane Sampanye Brahmane Havigastani Sunichayo Sopake cha Brahmana Panditaha Samadarshinaha. Then he would see everyone or all are in the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Panditaha Samadarshinaha Samasarveshu Bhuteshu. He will elevate gradually onto that platform. While progressing, we are respecting all the senior devotees and show compassionate onto the new devotees or neophytes, make friendship with the like-minded devotees and progress.
And it was also said sorry, Prabhu, in a lecture in the temple, they asked, what's the best service you can do? And we said all the things that we are pursuing, and the answer was, what do you think the answer was?
Teaching.
Yes, spreading Krishna's words. Spreading Krishna's words, share it. That is the best thing you can do. Are we doing enough of that, I wonder?
Yes. That's why everyone is preaching on every Tuesday, trying to preach from the Shastras. Krishna, whatever Dharmam Sakshat Bhagavad Pranitam, whatever Lord speaks, that becomes Dharma. So, and we take those words and then try to preach as it is without our personal opinions or mental speculations. We do not assume our opinion or something or speak through air. We don't speak like that. We do not assume any word, single word also we should not assume. It has got a defect or illusions, imperfections, yes, or make mistakes or tend to cheat. These kind of defects are therein. One should not assume things like that, even a single word. We have got every word comes from the Vedas and Shastras.
Yeah.
There is a purity, it will directly go into the heart of those conditioned souls and it will clear the cloudiness, what their real conscious position towards Krishna.
Yes, and this letter actually points straight to inclusivity. It's not mine and only mine and me and selfish. It's helping each other, because we all are Krishna's children. He actually loves us all. Why would you take more than the other and want more than the other when we're all in the same boat? We're gonna live, we're gonna burn, or we have been born, yeah. And then you progress in life in the different stages and you die. So are you taking all of these things with you? The pride, the riches, the wealth that you accumulate? We're not taking it. We should think about all these things when we're serving, when we're being with individuals, and how can we help? And how can we give Krishna's love to everybody? Because sometimes we forget he loves us. We share it. And if you know better, you should help other people.
Yes, Mataji. Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji, for sharing those wisdom and knowledge with all of us. Any other comments, dear devotees?
Like question regarding the purport we just read. Is that okay? Don't
Yes, Mataji.
like here, like in purport, it's like parents has to be like devotee and then they get devotee child. But like some of them, like as we are giving example, like Prabhupada or anybody guru, some like non-devotee, they are not like parents are not devotee and they do not know even anything about the Krishna consciousness, but still their children comes to the Krishna consciousness and like Krishna, and they some of the you can see this white like people, not you can call white, but yeah, that from outside the India, and everybody still they come in the Krishna consciousness. Even their parents not know or anything they've never done. So how they get connected because of their last birth karma? Or
Yes, Mataji. So here we have got visibility, a very tiny visibility. Krishna has got a full visibility of it. How that living entity is going through different transformations, taking birth in different countries to non-devotees, but still come to Krishna consciousness. That is, one is their fortunate punya karma, and other side is the mercy of the devotees. They go wander around. That's why if a living entity put one step, Krishna puts 100 steps. He sends his devotees and representatives to reach those conditioned souls. That we practically see. This is all from one side is Yesham Twantagatam Papam Jananam Punyakarmanam Te Dhandvamoha Nidmukta Bhajante Mam Dudavrataha. As soon as they started performing these pious activities and become devotees of in the Sanatana Dharma, one becomes a Lord Shiva's devotee or Durga's devotee or many other devotees. Once they go through that process for a certain amount of time, those those gods, those demigods who are servants of Krishna, they will slowly send them to Krishna's lotus feet. We practically see. I used to do the worship of Lord Shiva, and then later came to lotus feet of the Lord Krishna. And then similarly, many other people are also doing. It is there, they are in their own journey. We need to make them settle and then completely devoted. No more for the devotee demigod worship is required. Those conditioned souls taking birth there, it is again uh, यद्यद् भव्यं भवतु भगवान् पूर्वकर्मानुरूपम पूर्वकर्मानुरूपम. Everything comes under based on those activities, but devotional service, it would not, it is described Krishna Bhakti Rasa Bhavitamatihi. Then once again, let us see that one, how it happens. This uh, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami quotes this one. Krishna Bhakti Rasa Bhavitamatihi क्रीतां यदि कुतोपि लभ्यते तत्र लौल्यम् अपि मूल्यम् एकलं जन्मकोटि सुकृतैः न लभ्यते जन्मकोटि सुकृतैः न लभ्यते. Even the millions of punya karmas if you done, it does not happen. But if you are hearing Krishna Katha with somewhere devotees are speaking, if you go and sit there, Krishna Bhakti Rasa Bhavita Matihi, Kriyatam yad kutopi labhyate. Kriyatam, if just purchase it. What is the price? Tatra laulyam api mulyam ekalam. This is laulyam. Laulyam is the greed to hear Krishna Katha more and more. Hanker to this greed is required for Krishna, not for other things. Mulyam ekalam, that is the only thing. Can I request Hanuman Mataji to read translation and purport, please?
Hare Krishna. Pure devotional service in Krishna consciousness cannot be had even by pious activity in hundreds and thousands of lives. It can be attained only by paying one price, that is, intense greed to obtain it. If it is available somewhere, one must purchase it without delay. Purport. The previous two verses are included in the Padyavali 1314, an anthology compiled by Srila Rupa Goswami. Verse 69 refers to devotional service in faith, and verse 70 refers to devotional service rendered out of intense greed. The first is devotional service rendered in accordance with the regulative principles, and the second refers to spontaneous loving service of the Lord without extraneous endeavor. Henceforward, the basic principle underlying the talks between Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Raya will be spontaneous loving service to the Lord. The regulative principles, according to the injunctions of the Shastras, are necessary insofar as one's original dormant Krishna consciousness is not spontaneously awakened. An example of spontaneous action is the flowing of rivers into the ocean. Nothing can stop this flow of water. Similarly, when one's dormant Krishna consciousness is awakened, it spontaneously flows to the lotus feet of Krishna without impediment. Whatever will be spoken henceforth by Ramananda Raya based on spontaneous love will be agreeable to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Lord will ask him more and more about this subject. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Would you like to recite this shloka as well, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji. Krishna Bhakti Rasa Bhavitamatihi क्रियतं यदि कुतोऽपि लभ्यते तत्र लौल्यम् अपि मूल्यम् एकलं जन्मकोटि सुकृतेर्न लभ्यते. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. So this is what Prabhupada is giving to everyone to give the opportunity for people to purchase it by their only intense greed to hear Krishna Katha. Again, coming back to the shloka, one side is Prabhupada's letter, and side is Prabhupada's purport here. The conditioned souls are there. If they have got little bit of pious activity in their life, and Krishna sends their representatives distributing this highest Anarpita Charim Chirat. Anarpita Charim Chirat. That shloka is there. Can anyone say that one? Chaitanya Charitamrita. This is, I think, the fourth shloka, fifth shloka. करुणयावते नः कलौ समर्पितुम् उन्नतोज्ज्वलरसां सुभक्तिश्रियं हरिः पूर्णसुन्दरद्युतिकदम्बसन्दीपितः सदा हृदयकन्धरे स्फुरतु वः सचीनन्दनः. So this is the topmost of it. This is topmost Radha Pranay Vikrit bit one is the fourth shloka. So here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu again coming Anarpita Chirim Chirat Karunaya Avatirnaha Kalu. Karunaya, by causeless mercy, he descended in this age of Kali to bestow Samarpitum Vurnata Ujjvala Rasam, the elevated, the conjugal mellow, Rasam Subhakti, his own service, Shriyam, that treasure. And this is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and then distributed. Srila Prabhupada has taken that treasure, distributing to everyone in this world. And he's represented. His disciples and grand disciples are doing the same thing. Whoever here, they take the thread and then try to hold, they hold it with one hand and with the other hand give it to so many other hundreds and thousands of people. Okay, that is the devotees. Everything are connected. Evam parampara praptum imam rajyasya viduhu. Everything is connected. Thank you, Meena Mataji. So one side is pious activities they need to do it, and another side is the mercy of the Lord comes through his devotees.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Like sometimes devotee children also not following as well. Like
Yes.
it's not always they follow, but sometimes they also change. Like association when they get
Yes.
pulled or something and change.
Yes. Karanam gunasangasya sad asadjoni janmasu.
Mm. Thank you, Prabhuji. And then just one small question that why, like when we do like something at work, once you do the work, you get the paid, but you don't get that pleasure. But once you do like, distributing book or one Bhagavatam to someone, and if somebody has taken, you feel so happy inside. Why is like that?
Yes. So instead of we purchase, we may be thinking because I have paid money and I have got the happiness come through like that. But when some devotee comes, it is Lord arranges through them to the destined devotee. So Lord wanted to show his mercy who is receiving the Srimad Bhagavatam and also who is giving as well. One side Krishna directly says, I am pleased with the devotee who is spreading my glories. Sabhadayante mama paurushani.
Because we are actually soul, isn't it? And that's why we feel happiness when you give something spiritual or Krishna's book. Yes.
Just 100 pounds, 200 pounds, it is nothing. But happiness, the eternity, and pleasure of Krishna, it is immeasurable. And his mercy is immeasurable to the devotee to whom he wanted to show. He will choose his pure devotees to send those messages. When I have got my Bhagavatam, the first book I have received from one of the devotees. I was reading again and again and again and again. Even so many cycles keep on going. We are never sad. And I even though I have got one set, but I read only got more attachment with the book which I have received from the devotee. Okay, so that receiving from devotees, it is very, very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. But this is transcendental books, not any other material gifts. Oh.
Hare Krishna Prabhu and Meena Mataji. I think when you have that feeling is a material recognition we're looking for, but you should be directing it to Krishna because you're serving Krishna. But it's hard because we're human, we live in this world, we're looking for recognition. Maybe it sounds horrible to say that word, but it is. We all get, and you actually take the feel good factor. It is a feel good factor because you're serving the Lord. But if you channel it to the Lord, you're not going to be taking ownership. Oh, I did this. I did it. I sold Srimad Bhagavatam, and that's what the team is looking for me to do it. It's a big competition. I experience it all the time, but if you don't take that on and think, oh, I am serving the Lord and I'm getting pleasure doing that, because the Lord is taking the pleasure. He's happy because you're serving him. So I think it's something you shouldn't dismiss, because we fall into that pattern because we condition. But at the same time, how can I get it right in a way that I am serving the Lord? So you put it to Krishna and you thank Krishna for giving you that opportunity. Not all of us get that opportunity.
Yeah. Because you have lots of experience. You are doing so much book distribution. Yeah.
Well, it's not a matter of experience. Experience make you self-realize too. If you take that on, you got to do it. You got to be conscious of what is it doing to me. How can I make it less of a ownership? It's not me doing it. The books don't belong to me. It's Krishna's words, and Prabhupada propagated it in a nice way. So we should be grateful for the two of them, the messenger and the Lord who give us everything. It's so what all it is about, why is it called Krishna consciousness? Be conscious of what you're thinking and doing, and how is it helping you and other people around you. That's what we got to ask ourselves. And when we're helping others, that's what Krishna is happy. He loves it. You see, you're taking notice of your fellow man, and that's your sister and your brother and everybody. So you are doing what you should be doing, and Krishna is pleased with you. Would you like Krishna to be pleased with you, or are you pleased with yourself? This is what you got to ask those questions. Sorry, I'm being a bit raw here, aren't I?
Thank you, Mataji. Okay, that is all true reflections. So when we please Krishna, everyone are pleased.
Yeah, Haribol.
Jagat tushti. So something in the scripture said, Lord is pleased, and if we just try to do for ourselves, then it is only a little bit. If we do it for the pleasure of Krishna, we are opening the treasure of all happiness, innumerable, sorry, immeasurable happiness.
Yeah. Well said, Prabhu.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji and Mataji. Such a wonderful definition of Krishna consciousness meaning. That is really appealing, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
You have yesterday organized that event, so you will be more like happy, isn't it? Like the devotee comes, non-devotee, and you serve them, guide them.
True.
Yeah.
Consciousness about everything, what we speak, what we do, and everything. I think that is very rightly said, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Haribol. Yes, it's okay to take some happiness from it, but not take ownership.
Yeah.
It's me that does it. It's me. It's mine. I started it. Okay, it's a nice thing. You've done something that pleases Krishna. That's so important. And then Krishna will throw more in your path, and you will feel, oh wow, where is this coming from? I only made a little gesture. Look at it now. So it's unspeakable, and it's you don't expect it, but it happens when you do the best thing possible.
True, Mataji. 100% Mataji. Thank you. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Thank you.
How was event like yesterday? Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, would you like to?
I'm just saying, how was the evening?
Yeah. I wanted to give the opportunity to our Prabhuji to speak, Mataji. Amok Prabhu, please.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. So yesterday it was event. So many people have attended the program, and they have heard every time, all the time, Hare Krishna Mahamantra was going on. For everything, we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And there was a flower abhishekam to Gauranitai deities. Very small procession was there, and a little bit of glories of Purushottam and glories of Krishna, and chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And later on, we have taken Prasadam, Rajalakshmi Mataji, very nicely organized. It is not possible for common people to do that unless one has got that Vaishnava qualities and such spiritual potency. Morning, again going to the chanting, Japan, doing all those personal spiritual activities, going to the temple again for Abhishekam, and then coming again organizing the activities within the hall, preparation, the prasadams and all those stuff. Again, coming home and the installation of Srimad Bhagavatam in the home, receiving the devotees. These multiple things, again, one side personal spiritual activities, organizing the activities, installing the Bhagavatam, it is not possible for ordinary souls. Mataji's enthusiasm and the energy, it is all coming from Krishna. That's all I can only say. Again, Krishna wanted to utilize Mataji's talent and the skills to spread Krishna consciousness, to propagate Srila Prabhupada's mood to all the conditioned souls. I felt so much of happiness yesterday, and so many other devotees have
Very cool. Very
Mataji and
Yeah, really, it was good, Mat Prabhuji. Even see, as you said, it's right, Prabhuji. Even I'm attending, but I'm not getting that much energetic. I'm not that much energized person, to be honest. Even I said to Rajalakshmi Mataji, yeah, as rightly said, Prabhuji, there are many points I need to take away actually. Yeah, organizing things. There are many. So sometimes I feel like taking all the duties. It's too much, like taking care of kids and then these engaging organization. So, but I can support. But I have supported Rajalakshmi Mataji, but not like completely taking off ownership and all the things. But she has done so much. So, but the coordination started with us between us. But yeah, it's went well, Prabhuji. So I was so happy. Even I supported for that event.
very nice.
After.
Thank you. There, Krishna gives liberation.
Yeah, she gave Krishna, as you said, Prabhuji, Krishna gave so much energy for her.
Krishna gives liberation to many people who are wanted liberation. If he'll give, but he would not give devotional service, direct service onto Krishna, pure devotional service to everyone. He will give only for few. That service, engaging whoever is rendering service to Krishna in their own ways, whatever their money through words, intelligence, or skills, the talent, those can render direct service to Krishna. Direct service to Krishna only, not to any other demigods or people, something like that. But service to Krishna. Krishna's intention is again to spread Krishna consciousness, again teach people that way. That kind of service, it is not possible for everyone to get it. Muktim dadadi karhichit sma na bhakti yogam. The service of Krishna is more glorious. Thank you, Mataji, for doing all those services. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji and Leta Mataji. So honestly, yeah, I think with the mercy of Amok Prabhu and great acharyas and also our Supreme Lord, I did my, what I can say, okay, very tiny, little, tiny service to the Lord to spread this beautiful path. And also like, okay, so it is only possible with his mercy. Yeah, he only arranges all the Vyavastha team, like, okay, who is extending the hands, because last month we have done like for Lord Panduranga Vittala event. So various events organizing and all, I think, okay, because I feel somehow blessed, because some qualities we do inherit from our parents, because some kind of leadership, organizing, and also during the seva and all these are blessed by Krishna through my parents to me since the childhood. So I'm so humble and I feel very happy. And it was such a wonderful moment. And we planned so well from the starting point till end point. Okay, if we are starting, if you are getting the case by 4:30, okay, what each and every activity we need to do, are we on track, and everything, and at what time we need to hand over the hall and cleaning and all the bits. So I think around 10 to 12 Matajis were there. Okay, 6 Matajis are preparing the prasadams, including myself, Lalita Mataji, and all other 4 Matajis. We did the packing of the food and all. And also prior to that, okay, I have a very good close friends here who are not in our Sangha, but they are very close to my heart. Like they are with me organizing various school events in the community and also supporting me since many years. Like Lalita Sahu Mataji, Rekha Mataji, Jyoti Mataji, Swarajya Mataji. Like so many people are there who I can rely on them. If I say something, okay, simply they will say, okay, Mataji, what do you want? Before I ask also, they will say, okay, if I'm planning for this event, they will say, okay, we will do this, we will do this. So that kind of connection and bonding is there. Very soon, all of them will join this wonderful path because we are giving this beautiful path to everybody. And another big thing is right, okay, Amok Prabhu is so good. He does selfless surveys, okay, organizing the sanghas morning and evening, and I am trying my best to learn whatever I can possible from Prabhu and how to be compassionate and how to handle the situations, how to do more for Krishna. Because when we are doing for Krishna, he will take care everything. Because we were literally panicking. Okay, this hall is first time we are using. So if is it good or not? Whether it will be sufficient or not? Will it create any issues to stay there for 3 hours because only 2 restrooms are working? But all those things, okay, when we are thinking in the negative mode, 120 people resisted, and a lot. I think 4 5 families are. I don't know how some families did not turn up due to last minute changes, but everybody freely sat and kirtans, and at any one point we never felt okay, hall is small. This hall is quite bigger than the last hall. So that Mataji, whoever supposed to give the keys at 4:45, Krishna's mercy is so good that Mataji told me around 2:30, I will give you the keys half an hour before. So we got the keys, and all the altar setup team and everybody, okay, just grounded on the floor, and everyone started their work. So it is all happened with the mercy of Acharyas and Krishna. So that's why, okay, when we are doing because I do the meditation, heartfulness meditation, and everything since many years before joining the Sangha also. Positive minded person, but what I will do if I hear something negative vibes, I will tell the people, okay, that is not right. Upfront, I will say. If someone says incorrectly, politely, I will say to correct them. I will say once, if they are not listening, I will keep myself distance away from those souls. Otherwise, I will be negative impacted. Sometimes I will give the 3 chances also. If they are not correcting and if they are trying to have a negative impact on us, we need to protect and we need to spread our consciousness and positive aura to all, but at the same time we should not be impacted. So all these various things really, okay, helping me, and also joining the sangha and chanting, it is a great impact onto me. And also, okay, how humble I need to be more, how I can be do more seva and everything. So and from the last 1 year we are 4 Matajis along with Pavan Prabhu, Sri Mataji and Bhavani Mataji. We all four are teaching our spiritual values, divine pastimes of Krishna. And also we started Srimad Ramayana also, all the slokas. We felt so happy when yesterday children are reciting all the 4 kandas, slokas, whatever they have learned, 56 or 54 slokas without a single mistake. All like children, the youngest child is 5 years old, the next one is 6 years old. Like everyone is okay, below 12 or below 13 years old only. And they did such an amazing job recitation. And also, everyone is also joining with them when they recited after every kanda, praising the Lord. And I think it was a good start for the community, and we need to do more. And we told yesterday if anyone wanted to do, because myself and Amok Prabhu also had a chart, okay, home bhajans, we have to encourage home kirtans and home bhajans where we can go and do the kirtan and also chanting, and we can introduce Krishna to more people, and all these fallen souls can come into the right path, right? That is our main objective. There is nothing selfish desire here for me or my Prabhu or for Amok Prabhu or me or anybody. It is just to support everyone and also spread, as Mataji said, okay, consciousness. Spreading the Krishna consciousness is nothing but spreading what is right and how to be spiritually connected to the right Supreme Lord. That is what our main objective here. So we announced yesterday also home kirtans, and also we told about our sangha. Whoever wanted to join, they can join our sangha also. I'm going to repost again one more time about our sangha and all. So, but I wanted to say a big thanks to all the devotees who are, you guys are not here, but I can see, okay, your mercy and also unconditional love flowing from all Matajis and Prabhujis about our event. I wanted to say humble and thanks and all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna to everyone. Thank you.
We say Hari Bols to all three of them. Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Hari
Hari
Bol.
Bol. Hari Bol.
So wonderful.
Raji, it was wonderful hearing what you are just doing for Halifax and for your community. And I heard that you're also planning to do it in maybe colleges or universities. I think that's amazing. Mataji, just keep up with it. I think Lord will just shower you with more and more blessings.
Thank you so much, Mataji, and it means a lot.
So just act as instruments in the hands of Krishna. We are just puppets. We act. We do not claim anything.
True.
When we claim, we would fall down. We cannot face the um, aham mama abhimanu uttaihi. Aham mama, I am doing this one. But instead of saying that one, Krishna is using this body as an instrument and to propagate his mission. Then it is so blissful. One would receive, that is the way. But we are all instruments in the hands of Lord. Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare. Okay. Any other comments, dear devotees? Or we shall move to
Hari Bol to everyone you have organized yesterday.
Hari Bol. Hari
Hari Bol.
Bol.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, and that's all from Prabhupada's letter and Srimad Bhagavatam. And from the announcements point of view, okay, today evening we don't have any apart from evening japa session. And one more update is tomorrow, Monday morning, I may not be in the Sangha guide. I'm traveling to London to Soho Temple, and then if devotees are there in the Soho Temple in between 4:30 or 5 p.m. to 7:30 p.m., I may get an opportunity to meet if by any chance. Okay, that's all I wanted to say. But tomorrow morning, Jai Mataji is going to run the session to on Bhagavatam and Prabhupada's letter. That's all from announcement side from me. And the devotees, if you have got any updates that you wanted to share, kindly share. Otherwise, we shall move on to Ramayana. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, we shall move to Ramayana. Okay, so in the Ramayana, Hanuman, our hero. So Hanuman is jumping from one side of the ocean to other side into the Lanka. When he was going, there are so many obstacles came, and one side demigods wanted to test, and Hanuman is just passing all the tests, either whatever it is, and some people are trying to give honor, but uh, Hanuman was just acknowledging it and proceeding for in the service of Ramchandra to find Sita Devi. So he never wanted to stop, but he's handling everything perfectly. One side Surasa, Mainaka mountain, Surasa, and then Simhika. So in such a way, now Hanuman has entered into Kanchana Lanka or Golden Lanka, where many of those palaces are made with gold. And Hanuman is observing all the city and the beauty of it. In the last session, Hanuman is in a mood like Hanuman continued on, allured by the divine being. Soon he saw in the distance a large island which appeared like mass of clouds on the horizon. As he came closer, he saw the shore of Lanka, skirted by forests and high mountains. Hanuman returned to his normal size in order to avoid being seen. And flying over the island, he came upon the city of Lanka, which was perched on the summit of Trikuta mountain. As he climbed down the mountainside, he considered how to best enter the city. Then Hanuman surveyed the region. It was covered with beautiful woods filled with flowering and fruit-bearing trees of all kinds. So this one, we need to have the homes, the cities and the villages to be built with the trees, flower-bearing and fruit-bearing, not simply just the trees. In the society or community, the big trees can be grown in the forest, but not within the society, in the communities where people there only the flowers, fruits, and flowers and fruits can also be in the forests. Sometimes we lack this one. People, especially in this country, we see where are big trees we see, but they do not bear any of fruits and flowers. They should be in the forests, but community should have all the flowers and so here, like here, beautiful woods filled with flowering and fruit-bearing trees of all kinds. There were meadows and lotus ponds, pleasure groves of every description. And the aroma of flowers wafted on cool breezes, and the sounds of various birds filled the air, these chirping sounds of the birds. It is so beautiful when we hear those sounds. It enlivens ourselves. And Hanuman made this way to the edge of the city, which was encircled by a wide, deep moat. A golden wall ran around the city. Large pennants with small golden bells tied to them blew in the wind atop that wall. Ferocious Rakshasas ranged on the ramparts that ran along the wall. In their hands, they held formidable looking bows and other fierce weapons. Okay, I think up to this point we have seen. So one of the beautiful points to reflect whenever we are entering into any community, the communities should be the houses should be decorated with Dwari Gruhanam cha. Whenever Krishna is coming into the Dwaraka, there that is described Sarvattu Sarvibhava Punya Vruksha Lata Ashramaihi, Punya Vruksha Lata Ashramaihi, auspicious trees, and their fruit bearing and flower bearing. These are Punya Vruksha. Upavana, Buddhyana Upavana Aramaihi. These are so many of filled with the groves and Aramaihi, Vruta Padmakara Shriyam. And communities are having so many ponds and filled with lotus flowers. As soon as one sees these lotus flowers, he will be completely relieved from the distress that one go through in day-to-day life. गोपुरद्वारमार्गेषु कृतकौतुकतोरणं चित्रध्वजपताकग्रैः अन्तः प्रतिहत आतपम्. Some of the descriptions from how the Dwaraka was decorated when Krishna was entering, that descriptions it describes how we need to replicate those descriptions in our day-to-day life, in our community. Gopuradwara Margadeshu Kruta Kautuka Toranam. The Toranas, sometimes banana plants are kept here and there and bring the some of the mango leaves and decorating on all the places the greenery. And Sammarjita Mahamarga Ratya Apanaka Chatparam. When these chariots are going in both sides, there are so many of the shops, the fruits and the vegetable shops, and so many different varieties of commodities are sold. Siktam Gandha Jalaihi Vuktam Pala Pushpakshita Ankuraihi. And those places sprinkled with all auspicious, this gandha, chandanam. So those things, siktam gandha jalaihi uptam, and palapushpakshita ankuraihi, and akshitas and flowers, they're all sprinkled all over on those paths when Krishna was entering. This makes dwari dwari gruhanam cha dadi akshita palekshubihi, and in front of their homes, Dadjakshata Palekshubihi. Ikshubihi is the sugarcane plants. Those are also kept. And sprinkling of this Dadjakshata. Dadi is the yogurt. That is also sprinkled. Alam Krutam Purnakumbaihi. In front of the home, we take the Purnakumbha, a little pot with full of water. On top of that, coconut is kept, and around that, these mango leaves are also nicely kept on top of the coconut. This is called Purnakumbha. So in front of the home, one in front of the door, next to the door, one side, another side, the two Purnakumbhas are kept. Alam Kurtam Purnakumbaihi, Balipihi Dhopadipakaihi, and also this incense sticks and candles. These are all to be described. Because as soon as one says it, he will have got all auspiciousness. But that needs to be maintained. When you have got that is Vaikuntha, you do not feel any of distress. But as soon as thinking that Krishna is in the home, that is the temple. That becomes a temple. Then he will be part of that home. He maintains that environment all the time. Purnakumbaihi balibihi dhopadipakaihi. If anyone comes to that home, they will feel heaven. That is, I mean, the spiritual world, Vaikuntha. No more miseries. So those descriptions we see here, but these are a glimpse of descriptions. But Ramayana gives more of these analogies, glorifying the nature and everything. Aroma of flowers wafted on cool breezes, sounds of various birds. Ratnakant, Ratnakanta, Raktakanta Kaganaihi, Kalaham Sukula praised them. They are making beautiful noises. In the Bhagavatam, there are further descriptions of it. Raktakanta Kaganaihi, Kalahamsa Kula praised them. Those birds of community, they are making so much of beautiful noises in the Himalaya mountains. It is all, of course, in our homes also, whenever we have got in and around those groves, small birds, they are making so much of noise. Okay, so that is some of beautiful descriptions here. But Hanuman also sees those places are there are ferocious Rakshasas. They're ranked on the ramparts that ran along the wall. In their hands, they held formidable looking bows and other fierce weapons. Okay, that Hanuman is observing. Okay, this is where we have uh, read until this point last week. We shall move on to read each devotee one paragraph. Okay, can I request devotees take a turn to read a paragraph? If anyone is in hurry mood, please take their turn in the first.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. May I read first, Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji, first paragraph, Mataji.
Okay. Behind the wall, Hanuman could see lofty mansions and palaces, some golden and others as white as the moon. He climbed a high tree and gazed upon the city. Hundreds of tall and impressive buildings ran along elevated white tiled roads. In front of them were many wonderful golden archways adorned with flowering creepers. The city gave off a roaring sound and appeared like the capital of the gods. To Hanuman, it seems to be sailing in the air. Lanka, which had been constructed by the celestial architect Vishwakarma, was inconceivably splendid and it awed Hanuman's mind. One paragraph of it? Okay.
Yes, one paragraph. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Jai Mataji, you want to read second paragraph?
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you so much. Reaching the northern gate, Hanuman sat in thought. He looked upon Lanka, which was guarded by innumerable gallant and terrible Rakshasas, as one might view a cave full of venomous serpents. As he gazed upon that high wall, Hanuman reflected, how would the monkeys ever overpower this city? For a start, only he, Sugriva, Angad, and Nila, the monkey general, could even cross the ocean and reach there. Then there would only be four against an uncountable horde of Rakshasas, headed by the invincible Ravana himself. What would they do? Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay, another devotee, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hanuman
Would
decided.
you-
One paragraph,
Go on,
Mataji.
Mataji. Go on, Mataji. Go on, Mataji.
Oh, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Hanuman decided to first find Sita and ensure that she was safe. After all, those were his instructions. Then he could consider further action. He pondered deeply how to go about searching for the princess and yet not be discovered. Having taken such a great leap over the ocean, he did not want to fail now. It would be best to enter Lanka under the cover of darkness in an inconspicuous form. Hanuman decided to wait until sunset and enter the city as a small monkey. Going from house to house, he would locate Sita and then decide how to approach her. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Another devotee, please.
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna Prabhu.
Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Yeah. The night the full moon rose in a clear sky, appearing like a swan swimming in a lake. Hanuman stood up, ready to enter the city. As he approached the wall, however, the presiding deity of Lanka came before him. She was fierce and ugly, and she gave out a horrible yell. In a discordant voice, she asked Hanuman, "Who are you trying to cowardly enter the city? You shall never be allowed to pass by me, O monkey." Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Can you just next devotee next? Also, Mataji can read next this one, few lines.
Hanuman cared little for the Rakshasa's goddess. He did not reveal his name, but rather asked her first identify herself. She replied in harsh tones that she was Ravana's servant. She guarded Lanka and would now kill Hanuman for his insolence in trying to assail in the city. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay, another devotee, please. Next paragraph.
Shall I try, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji.
Hanuman stood as firm as mountain. He replied that he would enter the city no matter who tried to prevent him. The Rakshasi immediately struck him with her hand, unmoved by that blow, and becoming furious, Hanuman clenched his fist and hit her, but without his full force, as she was a woman. Nevertheless, struck by Hanuman, the demon goddess fell prostrate to the ground. After some moments, she recovered and begged Hanuman to spare her. She revealed to Hanuman that Brahma had told her the end of the Rakshasas would come soon after she was overpowered by monkey. That time had clearly arrived. The words of Brahma could never prove false. The time for the destruction of Ravana and the Rakshasa was high. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay, another devotee, next paragraph, please.
Hare Krishna. The Rakshasa told Hanuman to proceed into the city, and then the disappears. Hanuman assumed a form no bigger than a cat. Than a, than a cat. Springing up, he climbed over the outer wall and began to pretend the city. He moved along the main road, which was lit by celestial gems, instead studying the golden archway along its sides. The road was covered with brightly colored flowers. From the house he heard sound of laughter and music, as well as the tinkling of ornament and jewels. These houses had crystal entrance and verandas of coral and lapis lazuli. They were adorned with golden image of thunderbolt and planets, and lattice windows of gold embedded with diamonds, rubies, and emeralds. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, another devotee, another paragraph. Asha Mataji, you wanted to?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hanuman went quickly from house to house, searching for searching for signs of Sita. He saw many demons engaged in amorous activities in their houses, with themselves resembling apsaras in some places. Sorry, Brahma. In some places, there were groups of Rakshasas praising Ravana. In other places, some Rakshasas known as Yadudaras were studying the scriptures and chanting sacred hymns. In public squares, Hanuman beheld wrestling matches between Rakshasas of huge proportions, roaring at each other in anger. Hanuman also saw thousands of Rakshasa warriors holding bows, swords, and other terrible looking weapons. As he moved unnoticed along the city street, Hanuman himself, a military expert, could recognize Ravana's many variously disguised spice. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. The spies that disguise themselves as like a ordinary things in a different form, but their purpose is to observe. These are spies. Okay. Any devotees or remaining? Okay, so we stop there. And let us see. Okay, so this is okay. Later on, Hanuman is going to Ravana's palace. We'll cover that one later. For now, we hold up to here. Okay, how Hanuman is observing the city, how he has overpowered this Rakshasi, Lankini, who is protecting the Lanka. Okay, so Jay Mataji, are you? I think you mentioned you wanted to.
Yes, I'll leave in a while, just 5 more minutes, and I will just quickly just say a few things. So we started from Hanuman assessing the situation, the Lanka and everything. So just Prabhuji, you will have to help me with this one. So I was looking up. So where it says Lanka was built by Vishwakarma. So from what I read, Lanka was built by Vishwakarma for Shiva. First I will say, and then you please correct me, Prabhuji. So it was built for Shiva, and it was full of opulence as Vishwakarma had built it. And, he had put many wonderful palaces full of gold and jewels and so many wonderful, beautiful things. So it was very opulent city. And but then we Vishrava, who was from the demoniac king, he went to visit this kingdom, and he was mesmerized by it. And I think he asked Shiva for donation, and Shiva donated Lanka. And then so it came into his power. So Vishrava, who was the dad of Ravana as well as Kuvera. So Kuvera was with another wife, and Ravana was with another wife. And Kuvera, so there was also a mention of three brothers who also ruled, but I couldn't find much reference to that one, so I will leave that. But when it came to Kuvera, so Kuvera did a lot of penances, and Kuvera was a devotee of the Lord. He got a lot of boons as well from the Lord, from Brahma as well. That from the Lord, that he would have this wonderful Pushpaka Viman. I think that's mentioned later. This amazing aeroplane type of thing. And Prabhuji has showed a picture when we were covering Canto 3. So the size of those Vimans were amazing. They're almost like palaces flying in the sky. So he was granted a boon of that. He was granted that he would be the master, or he would be the guardian of the treasure. So because he was very trustworthy, so he was made that guardian. So he was called Lord of the Wealth, or treasure. So he was granted many boons. So, and he ruled there. But Ravan got jealous of Kuvera, his half brother. He became very envious, and then he had a big fight with Kuvera, and Kuvera had to leave, and Ravan became the king. But when Ravan became the king, obviously the opulence and everything was there, but Ravan was deep down like he was a demon. So he never followed dharma. So we can see that Lanka is full of opulence, but it was devoid of dharma. And we also see there is a mention that certain Rakshasas were reading scriptures and Vedas. So we see that we see that people were very educated as well within Lanka. They used to read Vedas, but it looked like they didn't follow it. So there's one thing reading, but then there is another thing following it as well. And he did, and many didn't in that city. So that's why there were lots of demoniac people. But we also see the other side is also Vibhishan, the brother of Ravana. He was very spiritual minded as well, and he worshipped Ram. So we see that as well. But overall, the inhabitants of Lanka were all mostly demoniac, maybe just very tiny, one or two people who were spiritually minded. So now Hanuman, he comes there, he sees this opulence, he sees all these magnificent palaces and everything, but he doesn't get enticed by all that. He's just surveying everything. He's not materially attracted to all that, but he's looking at everything. He appreciates that, oh wow, this is amazing what this city is about, but he doesn't get really attracted to it. So we can see that externally we can appreciate few things, like if we go on holiday, like we see many buildings with magnificent, beautiful architecture. We sometimes get awed by all that. But Hanuman similarly was awed by all this, but not in a bad way. He was like just not attracted, he was not enticed. So then we come to Hanuman, then reflected as well that now he's looking at everything, because the palace also was guarded by, there is a mention of moat. So moat is like a little, they've dug it and filled with water, so it makes it more harder for enemies to penetrate the palace, to come into the palace, to come into the kingdom. So we see even here as well, we see many fortresses. They have moats surrounding the fortress, so it makes it difficult for the enemies to come in. So Hanuman was standing from the top, and he was assessing everything, and he was thinking, well, firstly, only 4 of them could come as far as Lanka. And he was thinking, so Angad, Sugriv, then Neela. So only 4 of them and him. And how are they going to overpower the Rakshasas, which were innumerable? And they had a whole army, they had so many other weapons and everything. He could see all that, and he was surveying it. And that's a good thing, that he was not he was like, he was saying, what would they do? But because he had Ram in his heart, he was always thinking of Ram. He knew deep down that all their obstacles will be overcome. So this verse in Bhagavad Gita, there were 2 consecutive verses. They both say that the one is like mat chita satatam bhava. So where the Lord is saying that all this work that you do, anything you do, your mind should always be concentrated upon me, should always be on me. And then mat prasadat tarishyasi. So when you are always thinking of me, always putting me in the center, then my mercy will be there. All your obstacles, all your impediments will go away. And this is what exactly Hanuman is feeling as well, that he had Ram. He never lost sight of Ram. So Ram was always there with him, and he knew that he's got that assurance, and so we would have as well, if we always kept Ram, the Lord, in our heart with us all the time, and always trusted and surrendered everything to the Lord, then we would get that mercy. And just like Raja Lakshmi Mataji, how she was doing things, because the Lord was always with her and guiding her and helping her, and forever all any impediments that she encountered that day about the hole and everything, it just went. The Lord looked after all that. So this is what we are trying to get from this passage as well. We see also from Prabhupada's letters as well that he was trying to organize all this festival, the Hare Krishna festival. Now that's no easy task. He was mentioning like 35,000 people coming. How is that possible even? So there's a lot of planning, there's a lot of support from volunteers, but because he kept Lord always with him, the Lord just made it possible for him, such that 35,000 plus people would come and have prasadam and all that. So we see that as well. So any challenges that we face, if the Lord is with us, then we would be able to face those challenges. And so not to let the difficulties overwhelm us. So that's something that I learned from that passage. And then what he's saying also is, he's thinking that no matter what, my task is to find Sita. And that was the instructions he was given. And so he was starting to make a plan, and he thought that if I go in the dark, then I would not be seen. And that's what happens as well. So we see from a slightly different context, we have seen that Ram also used to cover himself and go out at night as well. He would listen to what people would talk, what people would be thinking, talking about him and around him, if there was anything that he needed to improve. That was the reason why sometimes some people used to go at night. Even some kings would dress up at night and they would go. In this case, Hanuman he decided to cover himself because he wanted to explore a bit more. He wanted to find out where Sita was, and he didn't want to get captured from the very first go. So he had to protect himself and cover himself. And so he's making a plan. And then when he does go, then there is this presiding deity, Lankini, I think it is, who stops him. And because that was her task, that she was the guardian of the Lanka. And we see there are many deities. We see many deities that we come across. And Lanka had a deity as well, so who was guarding Lanka. And so she was doing her job. And she picked up straight away Hanuman, and she stopped him and said, "Where are you going? I can't allow you to pass." And then she also has a little bit of fight with him. But Hanuman also responds in a similar way, but not in a very aggressive way, because he can see that she was after all a woman, and so he didn't want to be very aggressive. He respected that, so there was a little bit of respect as well, because he knew that she was doing her job. And Rakshasi then realized as well that because now that she had been given a blow by Hanuman, she realized as well that Prabhuji, where are we? Sorry, did we stop here?
So here,
Where are we?
Hanuman, he's going to Ravana's palace, approach that.
Oh, yes, yeah. We stopped at spies. So yes, thank you. Yeah. So Lankini then realized that Hanuman is doing a job for the Lord. So she allows him to pass, and she doesn't stop him. She doesn't fight with him any further once she realizes who he was, what he was trying to do. And so that there was respect from both ends, I would say. And then so he goes further, and then he now looks for Sita. He goes from house to house. He sees he sees all sorts of activities going on in all these houses, and we see that there was laughter, music, lots of other things going on. And then we also see this mention of Yatudhanas was studying scriptures. So they would do that. There were some who were reading scriptures and chanting. But like I mentioned before, that some of them were just reading, but I don't think they were really following how it should be. They were not practicing properly. And then so he went on disguised, and he saw many spies as well. But what other thing I can't really, I think all I can say is that like Keshav Swami's talk from last night was really beautiful. I'm not sure whether anyone would be able to find it on YouTube or whether it was even recorded. But he was saying that as devotees we would also come across many challenges in our journey on Krishna consciousness. And he said we might get opposition from maybe family members, or there might be even doubts within ourselves, or we might have to do a few things like sadhana, and it might deter us initially. But he said just commit yourself, and then keep yourself in association with good devotees, and eventually you will be able to conquer it. And he said, but it all starts with that calling. And we can see that Raja Lakshmi Mataji, Lalita Mataji, they're all getting this calling, and that's why they are able to do all these things. So he said it starts with that calling, and then you will find some challenges, but try and be determined and just commit yourself, and eventually it will work out. So yes, yeah, that's all I wanted to say. And I think there was a bit about Brahma's prophecy. I didn't understand that much, but I think from what Lankini was saying, that there was this prophecy that Brahma had told her that, as soon as this Vanar would come and overpower you, then that would be a start to decline. And so that's why she allows him to go, because she recognizes that now there is a start of this decline. And it was start of the decline from Hanuman. It wasn't start of the decline from, when Ram will come into Lanka or when the war will start. So we can see how early on it started, from when Vanar would come, and that would be the decline. That was the prophecy that was mentioned. So we can see how just one Hanuman, how much power he has, that he could have done anything himself, but obviously he doesn't, because he knows that the Lord is the one who should be doing things, not him. But he was capable of doing anything himself. So Prabhuji, I'll just stop here, please, because I think I'm running late. I need to go as well. So sorry, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, dear devotees. Thank you.
Oh,
Excellent.
beautifully summarized, Mataji. Not only you are telling the story, but with your knowledge and so amazing, amazing. Very nice. Really. Hari Bol.
Can we all do three Lord Hari Bols to Mataji, please?
Yes,
Prabhuji, I
sure.
didn't do anything,
Hari
Prabhuji.
Hari
Hari
Bol, Hari
Bol.
Bol, Hari Bol,
Hari
Hari
Bol.
Bol.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's all your mercies and all your
All the devotees.
guidance. Thank you.
Hari Bol.
One side, austerities and penance is discipline. Another side is beautiful singing and giving, uh, reciting nice, beautiful shlokas and engaging
Exactly.
in multiple services, explaining Ramayana and giving,
Yeah.
hosting the services, so many services, and to Keshav Maharaj as well, many services. These devotees are multi-talented. Thank you so much, dear
But Prabhuji, you are all empowering, and all the senior devotees in this group are, helping us so much. Without their help, we wouldn't be here. To be entirely honest, we are getting a lot of guidance and support, like Sita Sundari Mataji,
Oh,
Janukanya
please don't.
Mataji. Honestly, all how she spoke today, how Sita Sundari Mataji, Ramlala Prabhuji, Prabhati Sachi Mataji, all amazing devotees. And we've seen Sanchita Mataji as well, how amazingly she talks. There's so many devotees. Meena Mataji, forever, she's, not saying much, but she comes into the temple as well. Usha Mataji, I had the privilege to meet her first time in all these months. For the first time, I was so humbled by it. So it's senior devotees like this, how they recite. They are also guiding us. So thank you as well. Thank you.
Mataji. So humble. Yeah, that is again another divine quality. Thank you, Mataji. Any other comments, dear devotees, so far in this Ramayana questions, comments, reflection? Okay, so all glories comes to the devotees of the Lord. There in the they say that so dharma yogena yajinti mamaka nirantaram kshonitali drudavrataha. They wander around the world. Prithu Maharaj says in his kingdom he glorifies the Vaishnavas. Nirantaram kshonitale drudavrataha, who are with determined mind to serve the Lord. They wander around the world. They are in my kingdom. I am very fortunate. And they are worshipping me. Yajanti mamaka. So dharma yoga, by carrying out their duties and worshipping the Lord, indirectly they are also pleasing me. So he says, so dharma yogena yajanti mamaka. that is the glories of devotees. Okay, here Hanuman is rendering service on Ramachandra selflessly. Everything, whatever all instructions are given to him, is going accordingly. Okay, that's what we can take away from this one. Um, any other comments, or we shall conclude and then continue with further japa. Okay, thank you so much,
So
devotee.
Hanuman can become like cat as well. Then a cat, isn't it? So he
That
can,
is like a
because he
shape.
has a quality, isn't it? So if he wants to become small cat, then he can do anything that the God wants.
Yes, there one analogy is like a cat way and monkey way. So quite just because as word is used cat here, as Hanuman told himself to when we are like a kitten, cat mother and kittens, children, baby cats. Baby cats are carried by the mother cat. So the kitten babies are very safe in the mouth of cat from whenever it is moving babies from one home to another home, one place to another place. But whereas because it is children are holding by mother takes care of everything carefully so that children are not hurt in any way. They are in safe hands. In a monkey, baby monkeys, they have to hold the mother with their own strength. But baby monkeys, they are very weak generally, as they are babies. But devotees are like a kitten. They are in the hands of the Lord, takes care of them. Lord is so powerful, He will protect them from the Maya, material nature, influence of material nature. Whereas the monkey way, they have to hold by their strength. Prabhupada mentioning this analogy to the disciples, the materialistic people. By their strength, they use all of their intelligence and thinking that I am doing, I am doing, I am doing. That is the monkey way. But if they do not hold with enough strength, then they may fall down. We see so many monkeys are fall, baby monkeys fall down, mother is crying, looking at the babies. Thank you, Meena Mataji. So just sharing.
Sorry, Prabhuji, I have one question. I think there is a Bhagavad Gita also once like, right, Prabhuji? What is that, Prabhuji? Associated is particularly. As my mind is like, it's a monkey, so it be something there could be, right, Prabhuji? I forgot this book.
Mind wanders like a monkey, Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji, there is a one, right? I think when one of the session you are covered, I think.
In the Bhagavad Gita, I think
There is a sloka also.
Yato yati nischalati manasyanchalam asti. Is that the one, Mataji?
Correct, Prabhuji. That is which chapter, Prabhuji?
That is sixth chapter.
Okay. Thank you.
I think in the Jnana Yoga. Yato nischalati manasyanchalamastheram tatastato niyamya etad atmani eva vasham nayet. Is the mind is always disturbed. Is this the one Mataji wanted to, or something else? From wherever the mind wanders due to its flickering and unsteady nature, one must certainly um, withdraw it and bring it back under the control of the self. And and monkey is also used like whenever people in the mode of ignorance, mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance. They come nearer to people like goodness. They come taking birth in the living entities taking birth in the cows, like the pious animal beings, and passionate animals like lion, and ignorant animals like monkeys. Whenever they're coming nearer to the human birth, so those taking the birth of those in those species. That is also one of analogy where monkeys are used. Any other thing, Lalita Mataji, wanted to hear? Or?
No, Prabhuji, thank you. This is the one I was looking. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Do you wanted to read this, Mataji? Translation purport.
Is it me, Prabhuji?
Yeah, you can read, Mataji.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu. The nature of the mind is flickering and unsteady, but self-realized yogi has to control the mind. The mind should not control him. One who controls the mind and therefore the senses as well is called Goswami or Swami, and one who is controlled by the mind is called Godasa or the servant of the senses. A Goswami knows the standard of the sense happiness. In transcendental sense happiness, the senses are engaged in the service of Rishikesha, or the supreme wonder of the sense, Krishna. Serving Krishna with purified senses is called Krishna consciousness. That is way of bringing the senses under full control. What is more, that is the highest perfection of the yoga practice. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, so one has to be master of the senses. Master of the senses means we know it is what is right, what is not right. Then he will do accordingly. Controlling the mind wants, I like this one, I don't like that. And it wants to do so many things. But using intelligence. On top of the mind, intelligence is there. Using his intelligence, control the mind. This is not right. Otherwise, mind will pull one into so many other things. Thank you so much, Mataji. It is a very big. Krushikena Sevanam. Engage the senses in the service of the master of the senses. Okay, that is by going to again Bhagavad Gita. Okay, we shall stop there. We are coming to nearly 9 o'clock. Okay, and then we will continue in the next Sunday, Ramayana part. Okay, thank you so much, dear devotees. We shall conclude. Vanchakalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhya Pantanam pavani
अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare
दुहाई
Krishna
बोल
to
प्रभु जी।
everyone.
हरि
Hari
बोल,
bol, Hari bol to Prabhu, Hari bol, Hari
प्रभु जी
bol.
बोल। वंडरफुल क्लास।
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु